GOP Sen, Dan Sullivan draws an unusual opponent in Alaska's primary, and he's not happy about it. Add AP News as your preferred source to see more of our stories on Google. Add AP News on Google. Add AP News as your preferred source to see more of our stories on Google. Share JUNEAU, Alaska AP, Republican U.S. Sen. Dan Sullivan is running for re-election in Alaska and faces a field of 15 competitors. One of them is Dan Sullivan. The senator told reporters in Washington, D.C. on Tuesday that he thinks the appearance on the state's primary ballot of another Republican with the same name is a dirty political trick coordinated by Democrats and the campaign of his chief rival for the seat, former Democratic U.S. Rep. Mary Peltola. He threatened a lawsuit to get to the bottom of it. Everybody in Alaska knows I'm Dan Sullivan-R, so he's trying to do that. Why? The senator said of the other Dan Sullivan. He's not an R. He's purposely trying to trick my constituents to rig the election for Peltola. A spokesman for the Peltola campaign, Harry Child, said it has no involvement with either Sullivan campaign. Jenny Marie Stryker, executive director of the Alaska Democratic Party, said her organization is in no way affiliated with either Dan Sullivan. The kerfuffle over the dueling Dan Sullivans on Alaska's August primary ballot has drawn the attention of state and national Republicans. They claim that adding a second Dan Sullivan to the ballot will sow confusion among voters who support the incumbent and help Peltola. In Alaska's primary, the top 4 vote-getters, regardless of party affiliation, advance to the ranked choice general election. Reed Moore Blake Murphy, an attorney for the National Republican Senatorial Committee, sent a letter dated Monday to Alaska election officials outlining concerns about the potential for voter confusion. Murphy also raised questions about the party affiliation of the challenger, calling the other Dan Sullivan a sham candidate. Murphy wrote the NRSC could consider legal action to ensure that the Alaska electoral process remains fair. Carmela Warfield, the state Republican Party chair, said in a statement accompanying Murphy's letter that until recently, the challenger was registered as undeclared. In previous years, ballots have not identified which candidates were incumbents. A spokesperson for the Alaska Division of Elections, Steve Kirch, did not immediately respond to a request for comment on the letter and